Yo, what's up guys, and Terrell here on Terrell Game Vlogs, here to bring you our final Bakuman Season 3, or Bakuman series. Well, no, that's a lie, because I'll probably make a full series review on my, on the Insane Game Freak channel, but in terms of, like, episode reviews, this is it. The last one. We're done. We're done. After this video ends, we're done. Because the manga's done, it's covered everything in the manga, it skipped a few things, but damn it, we're done. So that's just, we're going to get this out of the way, we're going to do a full retrospective here. This video's probably going to be long, I'm telling you right now from Jump Street, but hell, you knew this was coming. So episode 25, I believe it's Dreams in Reality, I believe is what it's called, which I really hope I got that title right because it totally works. Where essentially it's pretty much kind of just wrapping things up on all the character sides. Most of the characters we actually get to see a full ending for, I guess, except for a few. Like, I think Namamine we don't get to see an ending for. Well, I think. I'm not even sure. There's a scene in like one of the last few clips where you see Kaya walking by the stack of manga and you see her look down and look over and be like, well, at least he's still hard at work. I'm like, what the hell is that referring to? Is that referring to like Namamine? But Kaya wouldn't know that. Or is that, who is that referring to? The only thing I can think that's referring to is either Himaru and Aoki or someone, but I didn't get that reference. If anyone can point out what she was referring to when she saw the comic Shonen Jump and she saw the cover and she was like, oh, he's still hard work, or was that douchebag face? Those are the only characters I can think of off the top of my head that could possibly be. But to get into the I'm not gonna say I was fanboy. It was just it's one of those episodes where you sat there and you were just like, this is how it ends. This is what we go through. Because I believe the Bakuman anime started in 2010. It's been about 3 years since the Bakuman anime started, and obviously it took its on and off breaks, pretty much having and airing every season. Every year. Like, you had 26 episodes, and then another 26 episodes, and then another 25 episodes. So I believe Bakuman in total is like 77? Oh no, 52. Yeah, probably around 77. That sounds about right. 77 episodes in total. And I regret nothing. I don't give a fuck what anyone says about this series. Just because it's not a stereotypical shonen doesn't mean it. Hey, Bakuman is the definitive shonen to tell you that just because there's no ridiculous amount of action and violence and shit doesn't make a shonen. What makes a shonen is the morals, the messages, and the grind. And Bakuman has all three of those things. The Azuki cycle stuff, literally, that entire sequence had me off, like, had me on straight in, man. Because they make so many references to his uncle. Like, I knew that was going to happen because it's like, you can't have that be like a backdrop for Psycho and not bring it up. So they had a lot of backdrops towards his uncle. You get a few moments with Azuki's mom kind of referencing everything. Kind of just the whole how far we've come situation. And then their first quote-unquote official date. The way that was a reenactment from when they first met, and I was like, that is beautiful. That is fucking beautiful. That is what I appreciate. It's like, for a Bakuman fan, considering that is what started everything essentially. That was the scene that pretty much was like, Masha was like, all right, we're doing it. And then Azuki, to just reenact the scene and to see how much further he's come, is that back then, the best they could do is just be close to each other and be like, oh, we'll get married eventually and whatnot. And she had to do the whole, we'll get married over the intercom because she got embarrassed. This time, they do the exact same thing for the most part, and they end up kissing at the end. And everyone was just kind of like, whoa, yes! And I don't care, that's my thumbnail. I'm using it as a thumbnail for the fucking episode review. Because you cannot tell me that is what there are so many things that you want to see in Bakuman. That was like one of the main things. It was like, you gotta go in, Psycho. And it pissed me off because they cock teased it like 2 or 3 times. Like when they're in the car, you think he's about to propose to her. He's like, put on your seatbelt, and you're like, okay, Psycho, that's strike one. The second time he tries to say it, and he's like, oh, we're only 24, baby, we're too young. And you're just kind of like, okay, Psycho, we're gonna fight in a minute if you don't just fucking say it. And then you see him struggling the entire time. I love the whole correlation. Asuka's like, out of everything that's happened, depending on, seeing how far you've come, and you're still the same old Mashiro-kun. And I was like, damn it, I can't hate you, Azuki. I still like Kaya more, but I can never hate you. Even the shit with Kaya at the beginning was great, because Psycho was like, thank you. And I was like, oh fuck. He actually remembered that she's the one who came up with the name, even though the name doesn't include her name in it. It's kind of like showing her correlation. She's not the character she's not thrown into the Ashirigi Mutsu thing because she's the only character that doesn't really have anything to do with manga and anime out of those two couples. But she's still just as vital. That's why she had that little cute moment at the end, and I was just like, son, that's great. The resolutions of all the side characters were fine too. I'm surprised they even brought up Nakai. The only cool thing I can say about Nakai is, hell, the nigga lost weight. He's still losing weight under bullshit, but he lost weight, so in a sense you can call that an accomplishment. Fukuda, I feel bad because that dude was slighted so bad in the third season. Like, literally, Fukuda was slighted like around the second season, but he was borderline just gone from the damn third season. That nigga was like straight out irrelevant in the third season. He's still doing well as a manga artist, so even if he isn't where he wants to be because of main character hacks, Fukuda, my boy. Every character brought something new to the table. Some I like, some I hated. Some of them I grew to hate, some of them I grew to like. Aoki's is the one I grew to like. No one can tell me, first season Aoki was a bitch. Aoki is the equivalent to Iwasei before her second season kind of changed. And then I was just like, fuck it, I love you, Aoki. Seriously, Aoki is still one of my top females. And the wedding, oh son, my boy was great. The one thing I've noticed, I can't stand girls in anime wearing makeup. I don't know why, it just doesn't look good to me. I think when Kaya was wearing it, Aoki was, I don't know what it is. I do not like anime girls wearing makeup. It just looks weird to me. It looks bad, actually. It looks really bad for me. It's not like they don't look bad, but it's like, I like their basic looks. Like, I fell in love with the character looking that way, so when I see them, like, rocking the makeup, it just looks off to me. I think Azuki, and the scene at the end. The scene at the end where you see, like, they don't actually technically show the wedding. I think that's probably the part people got pissed off about. That Azuki and Mashiro didn't get married after. Like, they went from literally the kissing scene to, like, Hiramaru's wedding. And I guess that may have been the part that people were mad at, because it was like, oh, what the fuck? Why is Azuki and Psycho not married? But as an anime fan, they gave us a little screenshot of the whole them being married, them in their tux and wedding outfit, pretty much hinting at, because they do the whole thing at the end. It's like, oh, we made another promise to each other. If this new series does well, then we're getting married. And then like they cut it off, and then you have like Psycho and Shujin, the voice actors, actually talking to us, the viewer, saying the Bakuman anime is ended. Thank you guys for all the support you've shown us. And it is like, well, wait, aren't we gonna show Azuki and Psycho? So it's like, no, we can't show that. And then the picture in the background, you start seeing it come to the front, and you're just like, oh fuck, it's the wedding picture, and you're just all fanboy and shit. It was great. It was fucking great, man. I did not realize going into this series that I was going to end up enjoying it as much as I did. And remember, when the anime first came out, the manga was still going. Actually, the manga ended, when I think about it, the manga ended around the second season of the anime. Huh. Was that last arc a reference to the anime? I'm just saying, because the anime came out while the manga was still going. And it ended around the second season of the anime. So is that like was Bakuman referencing itself during this whole little last section of the arc? That's just a random thought. It's just, but when you think about it, it's been like 3 years, and it's like and I didn't realize the correlation has actually been 3 years, like in the well, what was the 3 years in reference to? Damn it! It's been technically. It's been almost, how long? It's been like 8 years in the anime, because they met each other when they were 16. Shuji and Psycho. The whole situation started when I would think they were 16. They're 24 now, so it's been like 8 years in the anime. But just It's been like 3 years, and I never thought I would be this enthralled in a series about making manga. But then again, other anime have proven me wrong before. I think back then I wasn't really into shoujo that much, or into like the softer series. I was pretty much more. I was still in my shonen phase for the most part, except for a few exceptions. I think that's when my ecchi thing started around 2009, 2010. Bakuman was like literally one of the first shonens I watched that didn't act like a stereotypical shonen, and fuck, it's one of my favorites. Like, no bullshit. Like, it's one of my favorites. That's why I'm like, where the fuck is my DVD release? Ugh, Blu-ray, fuck. I'm serious, that just bugs the fuck out of me. It's just like the episode when it ends and you sit there and you're just like, I have no problems with this. I'm not saying the series is perfect, but I'm saying as I am now, maybe it's my episode 25, the series ending kind of mode, but I wouldn't change a goddamn thing. I wouldn't change a goddamn thing. Even the shit that pissed me off, like the shit in season 2 with the whole hospital arc, there are things that inherently annoyed me. Actually, the hospital arc is the only majorly offensive thing to me, actually. Everything else was fine. I wouldn't change anyway. And even the hospital arc is kind of the issue it has. It doesn't ruin the story, nor is that arc horrible. So at the end of the day, just when people tell you, oh, you have to watch a show, when you watch anime and manga, you don't watch. It's kind of like the whole argument with the whole hardcore gamer and casual gamer versus like the hardcore anime fan and the casual anime fan. Hardcore fans are either the ones who are overly fanatical about one series, or they're the type who, or the fucking tough guy anime fans, but it's like, oh, you gotta watch a series that always has violence and blood and gore in it and shit. Because obviously, when you watch Japanese cartoons, you're trying to get into ridiculously dark shit for some reason. No, Bakuman, my shit, my fucking shit. It sucks, man. It's one of I don't even know how I'm gonna feel when One Piece ends, but just like the combination of everything. You got the kick-ass. I like when you can make me like the characters and make me have a fanboyism over side characters. The whole Aoki, Hiromaru, not Iwase can go to Dick. I even like the whole Shitori thing. You know, him and the Shujin thing at the beginning of the season. Just when you can make me fanboy over side characters, like when Fukuda was first introduced, that nigga was a G. Nizuma, a G. Just when you can make me fangasm over side characters like that, I don't even care. You've done your job as a mangaka, and as a writer, and as a person who likes to create stories for other people. You, as an entertainer, as an artist, good job. Just, I don't know what to say, man. Just it's been fun. It's been really fun. We've had some weird ass moments. We've had some awesome moments. We had some fuck you moments. Not many of those, unless we're referring to characters. In which case, fuck you, he was saying fuck you, Nakai. Even still, I even like how we get this ending stuff, like how Kosagui apparently is working with Iwase now. And I actually thought, when I think about it, that's actually a really good matchup, because Kosagui is the dude who's overly passionate about his work, even though he's a newbie, and Iwase is the chick who's like overly dedicated. But her whole thing with manga is because she had a crush on Shuji to begin with. But the ending stuff was great. As I said, it's pretty much AKA happy ending for everybody for the most part. And it's funny because it could have won another season. It isn't like we couldn't have had another season. But for a show to be truly great, it has to end eventually. That's just how it works. That's why FMA Brotherhood is considered a beast of a series, because it only has 64 episodes in the anime, and it don't need no more. It don't need no more. That is the shit. And with Bakuman, it's like 77, but fuck it. It is the shit. I'm done. I don't know what to say. It's been fun as hell. I've enjoyed the shit out of this series. I want my release, damn it. I'm pretty sure they'll probably do a box set for the entire manga series, since it's only 20 volumes. And I'm trying to get my library to get all 20 volumes, because I need everyone to see the epicness that is Bakuman. Death Note creators, I don't like Death Note. I don't like the dark tone, but Bakuman, Fuck right, man. Fuck right. And for that, I can definitely know it's cool because it appeals to that fan base, and you made Bakuman that appeals to my fan base. So fuck it. Alright, I'm just kind of rambling now. It's hard. It's hard to like just walk away because it's like I've been watching this series for like 3 years. Consistently. I've been watching this on a week-to-week basis. I never had this shit where I had the marathon episodes. I literally watched it week after week when it was airing seasonally. And it's just like, damn. I can't look forward to season 4 in like 6 months. 6 or 8 months and shit. But that's how it goes. This is how I felt when Brotherhood ended. Well, I didn't watch Brotherhood when it came out, so I can't say that. But this is how I feel in all my series that I like end. But you gotta go when you gotta go. And when Naruto and One Piece end, it'll be already be the same thing. But anyways, it isn't about that. It's about the dream, it's about the grind, and it's about the fucking goal. And the grind and the dream has not stopped. We have just earned Azuki is an achievement. Save your game. Let's keep going. Anyways. Leave your thoughts and retrospectives of Bakuman as a series in the description. Video responses are totally welcome. I really want them. Anyways, for the last time, keep on drawing. This has been the Vlogs a Game from your boy Terrell. And, yeah. Peace. Bakuman fans, thank you for enjoying the ride with me. Even the ones of you who've already read the manga like Tuxedo Ray, Studio Period, and Drattango. I know those are the ones who specifically, and Tuxedo Ray and Studio... Well, I know Tuxedo Ray and Drattango were... Drattango was consistent with me with my Bakuman Season 2 review. Season 3, he kind of jumped in and out. But thank you guys for supporting the videos, and I'm done.